there, YouTube. It's Architect here, and today I'm scouring Spectrum for all of your ideas. So I've come across a few, and they're pretty good. I'm going to have 6 in this video, and who knows, maybe it's one of your ideas. Ooh. If you do want your ideas potentially to show up in one of my videos, go ahead and keep posting in Spectrum. I look through there often. So the first up, we have Thunderhawk. So his idea is basically you need to be in a certain area to craft a specific item, or you need to have high-level reputation to gain access to that specific area, whether it be a moon or around a certain star type, or just in an environment that has a certain chemical compound of sorts. I'm just ad-libbing a little bit here what he says, but basically there's only like one area in a specific area that has a certain compound or material that you have to be in or around in order to craft something. It's a pretty good idea, I guess. And it basically, he said you can leave up to like long quest chains to gain access to these areas if you have to, or you can be in Vandal space that needs high-end, late-game materials that you have to craft. It's not too bad of an idea, although I would expect some of these things to be kind of hard in the long run, but you never know. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully, something along these lines gets put into the game at some point. I'm really digging all these ideas that people are, tuning into the new ideas that's coming out from Facebook and such. Here's another one. It's about salvage. So basically, this person, Sarah Tragan, wants to add the ability to harvest trees using the vulture or the reclaimer. It's not a bad idea, although they're not really set up for, harvesting vegetation. I mean, who knows? I guess anything's got giant metal teeth and laser beams can do pretty much any damn thing they want to do. Who's going to stop them, right? So I mean, what's the end goal though, right? Are you going to use these trees to fabricate something? I mean, I'm just curious. I don't know where you want to go with this. Obviously, you can go a lot of different directions: furniture, cabins, housing, whatever. But that's so modern, right? So that leads me to the next one here. Okay, and this one comes in from X Streets. He's basically saying, hey, let's form some sort of quest chain or a payment system for cleaning up items. Now, I've often had similar ideas about the gowns, that you get when you come out of the medical facilities. Maybe CIG restricts your inventory until you return the gown to a slot or turn it in somewhere, and then you get your inventory back. That way, you can put your your undersuits and clothing and armor and weapons and all that stuff back on, just to kind of keep things tidy. Who knows? It still may be in the works. They just kind of haven't got around to it yet. That's all good though, because people usually, there are some that doesn't want to leave the planet in order to achieve gameplay, and this will be one of those ways to facilitate that, where you can just go around cleaning up litter all day. A lot of people laugh at this idea, but hey, it's not your gameplay, right? It might be somebody else's gameplay. Okay, and it looks like X Streets made the second round on this video. This one's about hangar doors or bay doors. Opening with warning sounds. Currently they are a little janky. You go to call for the ATC to take off, and they're like, hey, your door's open, you can go now. And then you start lifting off, and then you realize the door's either still closed or it's just starting to open, which is kind of weird. But having some sort of other audio ability, like, hey, stand by for departure, I'm sure it's still in the works, but once the door sound goes off, because most people, new people especially, think, hey, the door's already open, let's go. The door's not actually open. It takes somewhere in the vicinity of 2 to 5 seconds, maybe even longer, depending on the size of the ship hangar, for the door to open. But something like that would be nice. A green light, a red light and a green light or something, where your ship's facing before you take off, that'd be kind of cool. Moving on, X Revenge X says he wants his crew to be paid through CIG somehow. I guess it's more like a mission type of thing, right? So even though the pilot may pay, some money to the person to crew their ship, I guess it's more like a mission, if that makes sense. So maybe that's something that's coming in the not too distant future, where you actually pick up a contract to be on somebody's ship to do X job or whatever. But ultimately, I think what he's getting at is right now everybody wants to take their ships to a boss battle. Technically, you wouldn't take an F7 Hornet to an Idris fight. I mean, you could, but what are you going to do, really? I mean, all by yourself? Not a lot. I mean, all the extra support ships are good, but you obviously need something to take down shields and do some real damage versus an Idris or Javelin. And it's only going to get harder once the Vandal come in. Okay, so moving on, we have Droid here. He's wanting to talk about tow and salvage gameplay. Now, this is kind of interesting the way he approaches this, and I've had some similar ideas, but not to this extent. So basically, he wants the mission to generate based off of, I guess, insurance claims, and then you take the ship with an SRV, a lawful mission, and take the ship back to a salvage yard, and then you will process it into the TDD or something of the sort, and basically it would generate a mission, I guess, and then it would, you know, based on whoever the type of ship whomever claims would be the ship that arrives at the place that needs to be towed, if that makes sense. Kind of got a little bit of that backwards. But that's all I got for this video, guys. You have some really good ideas. Some are kind of questionable, and some we may see something soon or similar in the not too distant future. I look forward to reading some of these. I'm going to try to get these videos out a little more frequently because they are a lot easier to make. And you people, all of you people, like reading some context of your ideas. And I like reading them because it often opens up a new imagination of how the game could be put together in the future. Alright guys, that's all I got for this video. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more stuff like this, smash that sub button. And as always guys, remember, game on!